I should add that little laugh in there just in the beginning and then like cut to something else.
Do it.
Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm the Watchman Van and welcome back to the channel. In my last video I mentioned that summer is here and summer means it's time to review a whole lot more diver watches. So that's why today we're taking a look at the Pagani design Yachtmaster Homage watch. This watch is packed with features, great quality materials, and much more, a great lume, and it's only about $84 on AliExpress, so I figured I'd buy it and give it a review for you guys. I've had a few Pagani design watches in the past, and I'll link to those in the top right corner of this video. I've had the Pagani design Rolex Submariner Homage watch, but that had a case diameter of 43 millimeters, and it was just a little big for my wrist. So that's why the watch we're looking at today has a case diameter of 40 millimeters, and that is the perfect size for my wrist. Without further ado, let's get straight into this review. Alright, so here's the packaging for the Pagani design Rolex Yachtmaster Homage watch. Instructions, nice microfiber cloth, and the watch itself. Before we get too in depth on the materials or the dial or anything on this watch, let's talk about some of the dimensions. We have a case diameter of 40 millimeters, a case thickness of around 10 or 11 millimeters. I'll put it on the side on the right over here. We have a lug width of 20 millimeters, and it's powered by a Seiko NH35A movement. We also have a waterproof resistance rating of 100 meters. Onto the dial of this watch, it basically mirrors the Rolex Yachtmaster perfectly except for the branding. All the indices are the same. The color of the dial is like it's kind of half metallic, half matte blackish gray. It's a really pretty color, not gonna lie. At the 6 o'clock position, we have a few words there that say automatic, water resistance rating, 10 bar, 100 meters. At the 3 o'clock position, we have the day of the month. Pull the crown halfway and twist it towards us. Onto the bezel of this watch, we have a 60-click rotating bezel. I'm a little disappointed because on Pagani's older model, they actually had a 120-click, but this one's only a 60-click. And one more thing that ticks me off is that it doesn't exactly line up at the 12 o'clock position. Onto the crown of this watch, we have the Pagani design branding on there, which is really nice. We also have a screw down crown, which makes it 100 meters waterproof resistance, as well as a little gasket on the inner side of the crown right there. Now with the Seiko NH35 movement, it is a hacking and hand winding and automatic movement. So that means you can charge the movement just by wearing it and having the rotor on the back charge the movement for you, or you could pull out the crown and twist it yourself to manual wind. And what hacking means is that if we pull out the crown all the way, it will actually stop the second hand so you can set the time perfectly. Onto the clasp of this watch, it's very similar to a Rolex clasp, except we don't have the Rolex branding, we have the Pagani design branding. And if we flip it open, on the back here, we actually have the same type of kind of flip-flop clasp adjustment that Rolex has. So on a day when your wrist is swelling, you can flop it in there and click it, or on days where your wrist is swelling or it's a bit looser, you can pop it out and it will add about an extra 3 millimeters to the band length. On the crystal of this watch, we actually have a genuine sapphire crystal, so that means it is basically 100% scratch proof, but it's not shatter proof. So if you go too deep into water, you go maybe over 100 feet or something like that, and you're doing recreational diving with this watch, it might actually shatter the crystal. Onto the caseback of this watch, nothing too special, just a display caseback of the Seiko NH35 movement. And on the end link pieces, we actually have them. They are solid and not hollow, so it really adds an extra bit of durability to the watch. On the band, we go from 20 millimeters and it tapers down to, it looks about maybe 15 to 18 millimeters on the clasp, so that's a nice little touch that they added. Here's the watch on my 6.5-inch wrist. As you can see, it fits very comfortably. It looks very good. It doesn't look too big and chunky. That's because it only has a 40 millimeter case diameter. And personally, I think it would look good on almost anyone's wrist. For the material on this watch, I'm pretty sure it is actually stainless steel. And for $84, you're getting 100 meters of waterproof resistance, rotating bezel, sapphire crystal, Seiko NH35 movement, and so many more features that make this watch great. We only have one more thing to talk about on this watch, and that is the Lume Shot. Alright, so here is the Lume Shot for the Pagani design Yachtmaster Homage watch. We have lume on all indices, as well as the minute hand, hour hand, and second hand. No lume on the bezel or the day of the month at the 3 o'clock position, but it still looks really nice in my opinion. It's very brilliant and it lasts quite a long time. I think I tested it and it lasts around 45 minutes to an hour. So there you guys have it. That was the unboxing and review of the Pagani design Yachtmaster Homage watch. I've been wearing this watch for a couple weeks now and I absolutely love it. I love the color of the dial. I love the color of the metals on this watch. I love how the top of the lugs are brushed and the side of the case is completely polished. Almost looks like a mirror, it's so polished. Now with the Seiko NH35 movement on this watch, I think it absolutely perfects it. We got about 6 ticks per second and it keeps really good time. As for wearing it on my wrist, as you can see from this angle, it looks like it fits perfectly. It's not too large. And the end links on this watch are actually curved just a little bit, so it kind of hugs your wrist in a really comfortable way. I love the clasp on this watch. It's got a really sleek design, and every time I look at it, it just looks absolutely perfect.
Watch it. My jokes tick you off.
So if you guys would like to pick up this watch, the link will be in the description below. I think this watch is only about $81 or $84 on AliExpress, so it's a really good deal. So I'm thinking that's going to be it for this video. So if you guys are new here, please consider subscribing to this channel and giving this video a big thumbs up. I post watch reviews, watch talks, watch unboxings, and anything else watch related. That's going to be it for this time, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.